back. I'm gonna play some more Ender Lilies for probably about an hour and a half. What am I looking at? Of course, there's another one of these walls. What do these things do? They're just like weird hanging sacks of goop that drop poison and explode into poison. I'm worried that now that I have the item that makes it so I take less damage from the red water, that they will start hiding items in the red water. Holy. Okay, poison does a lot of damage. Right, they've proceeded to start hiding items down here. These guys hit really hard. I guess I should just assume that everything at this point hits really hard. Okay, I've just opened an elevator. So now I need to somehow get all the way back up there. It's probably faster to return to Respite than it is to actually go up there, but... Actually... Gets me my heals back, too. Nope, nothing up there. I need to go a little bit further down first. What is this? Okay. Cut across that room. These guys annoyingly go from inactive to shooting very quickly. I just dash back just to make sure I get hit by that. Okay. Oh, I forgot that they sometimes turn around mid-attack. I missed something here I wouldn't mind trying to find. It might be in the water. Nope. Not down here either. Oh. I don't know why I decided to fight them. I thought maybe the EXP would be worth it. What am I missing in here? Did it go up here? No. Cover some HP whenever you defeat an enemy. That's one I'll have to try. See how much some HP is. Oh great, there's no way out. Takes 2. I'll give up 30 health to try it. Elevators are interesting. The design on them, that is. This is the pit I can't get out of. Or I can't get out of it on the left. Oh, can't get back up from that one. Oh, that just hurts me. I didn't need to heal yet. I don't know why I did. Those enemies, they like predict where I'm gonna be moving to so far ahead. Okay, and it's one of these really fun enemies. They like stick right in a tiny little space. You know you won't be prepared for them. Ways back up. Oh, that's room completion. So there's a different way left, and I'm dead. Just kept turning around. He didn't do any of his slow forward-facing moves. Oh, way back here. These look like some kind of root vegetable. Like they look like, why am I blanking on what it is? Ginger. That enemy knew I was going to jump. He didn't even aim at me. He didn't even try to aim at me. The healing on kill looks pretty substantial. I want to see if I can find the path left. There it is. Ah. Respite. Some lore. Ooh, too much dialogue. This is the, they call this the Cancer Archive. It's where you go to breathe in mold. An achievement, probably for maxing something. Dude, I hate those enemies. They're the worst. You can't parry them. Well, if you do parry them, you get knocked a mile away. Ugh. They're just bad. Oh, great, more of them. Can I hit this one with ranged attacks? I can. Oops. This is the one I wanted to try. Eh, not worth it. Of course there's another one. Of course there's another one. Oh, and there's another one below me. Ooh, fun. What if we just took the most annoying enemy in the game and stuck 4 of them in one room? What makes them the most annoying enemy in the game? They don't do anything interesting. They're just a giant thing that hits you from really far away, and they have lots of life. The goal is to find a spot you can hit them where they can't hit you, and that's it. And then waste all of your ranged attacks. Let me guess, there's another one below me? No? Suspicious. Something tricky's going on. There's one. Oh, and it locks me in. That's even more exciting. Oh, that wasn't close enough. It's also really important that they have longer range than the ranged attack. They need to keep spawning ads that make it so you can't use the ranged attack. Oh, I'm just dead. Yes, please, ads keep coming. So I can heal off of you and build up this bar. Okay. we have to do that like 4 more times? Well, I'm full health, so never mind, I'm not full health anymore. I don't get healing if they die to fall damage. Imagine killing the hive. These are all that's keeping me in this. That wasn't the one I should have used. It was just easy to hit. I'm also not sure if that was worth it. It got the room completion, so glad I did it. What if they just didn't? Like, is that enemy adding anything to the game? Great. Now they're all alive again. It's like, it's not a compelling challenge, is the issue. I'm super cool with a challenge, but not if it's not interesting. And these enemies are not interesting at all. Like, I would rather just slam my face into them repeatedly in order to go past them than even attempt to fight them. Because fighting them just feels like an enormous waste of my time. I also think I take less damage if I just charge through them blindly and hope it works. I guess what I should do is I should go swap my spirits and just put 2 different counters on or something. Which still isn't interesting. I mean, it means the fights are gonna, like, killing those things takes forever. But at least I could kill them without taking, literally 100% of my life in 3 hits of contact damage. Like, I don't know if there's some... I'm sure this is the kind of thing that if I were to, like, make a Steam forum thread about, it would just be full of people telling me I'm awful at the game and that it's super easy and you just, like, put in your little secret move that I don't know about because I don't browse the Steam forums, and they've known about the whole time because somebody posted it after data mining it on the first day. That just, like, instantly kills these things. Did I ever go up there? There was it had an item, right? These enemies, if there's another room that's like this, that's just a whole bunch of those enemies, I'm actually just gonna quit playing the game and never come back. This makes me think of the idea that, like, Monster Hunter enemies would be harder if they only ever spammed their strongest attack, their hardest to dodge, best attack. And that's what this feels like. It's like, what if we just make an enemy that only uses an attack that hits the entire length of the screen, and they do an absolute shit ton of damage. And that's it. That's the whole design. And then we can also add in that whole, if you parry them, you get knocked back 100 miles. So parrying them isn't really an effective choice. Like, you shouldn't have monsters that encourage this as gameplay. Like, I get trying to make it hard, but when you're, like, encouraging people to play in a really uninteresting way, you've missed the mark. Oh, oh, great. You know that enemy that's super annoying that just sits there and does a shit ton of damage? Has enormous range? What if it moved? Does that one not... Maybe that one doesn't do its attacks and just is walking back and forth. Just a moving trap or something. Or a living trap. Where is it? Oh no, it attacks. It attacks through the floor. Oh, okay. Turned around. Thank you. Increased damage dealt. That's probably good. I half expected to just kill me through the floor. Do I dare look over what's here? Moving ones, for whatever reason, have like weirdly little health. I have to assume I've missed something in that red poison area. Yeah. Oh, let's go back for it. Actually, before I go back for it, let me poke my head down here and make sure this isn't a respite. No, it's not. There might be a respite off to the right, though. Please tell me that's it. It is. I can leave. Oh my god, am I just dead? Oh, I'm super dead. Please just kill it. Purify, purify, purify. Grabs hold of you and propels you forward. Oh my god. Please, respite. Yes. It's an additional air dash. Though I want this one back, and claws are going, because they've not really been useful. There's a way down somewhere. This looks like there's actually just a door there that I probably can't open till I get, I can come up to it from below. Yeah, no, how about I'll just go this way, thank you. Oh, but there might be items that way. What? The thing was off the screen. Why? Why would you ever make an enemy like that? Who decided that was a good idea? Clearly somebody that wasn't actually playing the game. Was a designer and not somebody who ever tested it. So that room's gonna sit uncompleted for a while. Caught that one. Got another thing open. Because this is the womb. Probably. Nope. There was an item underneath that thing. Yes, unfortunately, bad game design will chase you anywhere you go. Bad sound design, too. Yes. Which honestly I'm already super tempted to in this zone. Those weird fleshy enemies with the whip tentacles make me want to just quit and never come back. They're just like the most uninteresting, uninspired, horrendously obnoxious enemy that I've ever seen in a game like this. just absurd range and damage, lots of life, very fast, and they just sit there and hit you, and they only have one attack, or two attacks. I persist because I've got too many hours into this now to just give up on it that quickly. Oh great, whatever item I'm missing here must be must be either underneath one of those horrible enemies or in water. In this water. It's not in this water. So it must be underneath one of those awful enemies. Or it's tucked away somewhere else I've not spotted. Have I checked that? I think I've checked the water down below me, but you know what? Let's check it again. Yeah, no, nothing there. Oh, I don't know what I'm missing in this room, and I'm not going to go look. I'm probably missing some body that has an irrelevant amount of a crafting material on it. That's, interesting. Makes me feel like they missed a room. Could be an item anywhere in there. You know what? I'm not going to find out. How about we turn around and go the other way? I've been in this room already, and I've found everything in this room. Hoping whatever I was missing on this room was right here. But no, it's probably in the water. Is this it? Is this the last thing? Nope. Well, I'm in the water already, may as well keep looking. Another one? Max HP up by 20. Is this it? There we go, we're done. Now, time to go into an even more dangerous room with no healing. At least these elevators give me plenty of time to stay hydrated. uh, you're just not gonna die? He needed to wait to make sure I was watching before he blew himself up. And this is what this enemy encourages. Compelling gameplay. Reduce cooldown times. Oh, this tall room is complete. Oh, so that was worth doing, even though it sucked. So I think I need to get all the way back up to the top of it, actually. What was this room? This is one of these awful rooms. Oh, and I couldn't find the item in here. It's weird that you can building finding joy in things that aren't the game is a plus in the game's camp. Yeah, forget completing that room. Not worth it. Okay. Back up to the top. I didn't really explore here at all when I first came in because of this poison. That room I can't complete, it needs whatever lets you open those special doors, which I still do not have. Yes. That's good. Room completion. I don't think... No, this isn't the right way. I want to go down the center path, because I believe I've opened all the elevators I need to move forward. Oh, there goes all my life. I'm one room away from the respite and I'm out of healing. Oh well, hopefully there's a respite at the bottom of this. Or a shortcut back up to another one. It is a respite. No, wait. Presumably, it's a boss? Some lore that's way too much dialogue all at once? For someone with a brain like mine? Pea-sized brain? Oh, what am I fighting? Is it going to be just two of those meat sacks at the same time? Because that boss would take me hours. I am fighting a horrible... This is Muriel the Beloved? Muriel, the horrible flesh centipede. Holy, Muriel, the hits really hard monster. What? Phased, okay. I shouldn't have healed there. I could have taken another hit. What is this music? Was that a phase, or was that just a knockback? Oh, she was invulnerable. She, he, it? The monster? Oh, the reason why we've switched to music box music is because something sad's happening, I guess. I couldn't tell you what because I haven't really been reading the lore. But you know, once you get to phase 3 and the boss completely changes its appearance from flesh centipede to flesh centipede, it suddenly becomes sad. And that's why we switch from the just weird, kind of creepy music to the music box. So this is you're sneaking into the bad guy's boss music, or the bad guy's lair music. And then we switch to the music box for obvious reasons that don't need to be explained. We decided to give the boss a 0 damage knockback it could use, just because we didn't like that players were actively trying to fight the boss rather than hiding in a back corner throwing projectiles, which is really what we intended when we created this boss. I was hoping that'd be a little bit more effective. Oops. Well, let's see if I can find another spirit that I'll actually do something. I wonder if the poison mist would be good. Do I have enough, like... I should save... Oops. Poison mist seems okay. Like, it's totally reasonable. What just happened? Excuse me? It raised its claw up to hit me, I died, and then it attacked me. Did I, like, move back into the explosion that had already gone off? this game feels like the music was the last thing done. And it really didn't have a lot of design input from other people, and also that the only people that ever tested this game were the people that made it. Well, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like whoever designed it didn't... Like, they're so... It just feels like they're kind of blinded by their creative choices, that they didn't see the really obvious flaws in it. Like, I still don't think the music's bad. It just doesn't fit the game. And so it makes me think that whoever designed it was just kind of blinded by, oh, look, we've got a really renowned musician or whatever, composer, to make this music for us. And they just thought about how great it was, and they never really thought, is this great here? And like their bosses, it's like they designed this boss that's supposed to be some sad character from earlier or whatever, like from notes, and they're so happy with how their design turned out that they didn't stop to think, wait a second, this doesn't actually make any sense. And I'm sure there's people that love this game. I just don't get it. And I'm dead. I need to stop attacking during third phase there. Oh, at least it does eventually stop being just straight music box music. But I kind of feel like it should be that song throughout it. Like, why do we start with this really uninspired track? Like, to me, this sounds like a track that would get used once in a game, and it would be while you're walking down a hallway to a dramatic boss fight or something. And that would be it. And it would never be used again. you'd only hear it for like 15 seconds. Completely forgot what attack that was. What's true about them? That you only hear them for 15 seconds? I'm not sure if that's true. I can't. Why? I mean, that's standard for bosses, but I can't stand it when bosses have, like, an attack that's really difficult to deal with that they don't use until 90% of the way through the fight. Just because it makes the whole thing way more tedious. It's like, use your strong attack right away. I don't want to have to wait to the end of the fight to practice against it. But I don't think that's not a thing to point at this game. I don't know. Monster Hunter is some fantastic tracks you hear for long periods of time. But then the music in Monster Hunter, it has identity and it gives monsters more identity. When in this game, all of the music sounds the same, so it doesn't give anything. There's nothing going on here because it all sounds the same. It's like there isn't any world building with this music because it's all the same. Like, honestly, I've heard a lot of music in this game that makes me think of Nier Automata, which is great music, but it saves its sad music for sad moments. And it doesn't just throw out sad music in every single zone. This boss feels like it's all about catching you in animations. That it doesn't give you a lot of opportunities to attack it, so you try to take the ones you can get, and then it punishes you for it. This also might be the first boss in the game that actually hits harder than normal enemies. Or as hard as normal enemies. Or one of the first bosses in the game, I don't know. The very first boss, I think, actually hit really hard. Really? Getting the spacing on that's really hard. I walked into the side of its hand. Oh, that parry didn't work. Time to restart the whole tedious boss fight over again. So gotta say, this boss does nothing exciting. It sits still and shoots projectiles at you. Very reminiscent of other bosses, where instead of sitting still and shooting projectiles at you, they run away and shoot projectiles at you. A complete 180 in design philosophy. Definitely doesn't make me want to quit any more than the others. Also, that attack doesn't work properly. He raises his hand to attack you, you take damage, and then he attacks you. Nice and bullshit. Which is another reason why they clearly don't want you melee attacking this thing. They want you to stand as far away as possible, spamming projectiles. It's bad. Not just... I kind of feel like the only thing I can give this game a good score on is its theming. Like, they've gone all out. And also, you know what? It's visuals. Like, the game looks good. They have a theme that they've stuck to the whole way, and it looks good. But beyond that, the gameplay's kind of meh. The bosses are bad. The music is not good. Or doesn't fit. Which is funny, when you read Steam reviews for this game, the music is always like, people rate it 9 out of 10. And it kind of makes me wonder if people actually like listen to the music and while they're playing the game. I imagine OST of this game would be hard to listen to. You'd constantly be like, which track is this one again? You check the name. Oh, it's sad music number 3. I thought it was sad music number 8. I should stop. I feel like all I do is bash on this game. When I really, I mean... That's not really my intention, but I get frustrated with moments like this. And it's hard not to just say negative things about the whole product. Apparently that attack hit me. I could really tell because the explosion didn't hit me. And, yeah. I have played Gris. Gris? I want to say I played it in one sitting. And it took me just under 3 hours. And... I thought it was alright. Not good enough that I would ever play it again, but it was enjoyable enough. I vaguely remember... So normally when I stream games, it'll like tell me at the end, like a stream summary, will be like, oh, you had 5 unique viewers or something. Or 8 unique viewers, and that's pretty normal. And I remember the day I streamed Gris, it was 0. Literally nobody ever saw it, which was super interesting to me that game got nothing. Because it felt like the kind of game where you'd get somebody who'd pop in and tell you how much they love it. I could probably still refund it if I wanted to, but I got it for free, so that's probably what's stopping me from refunding it more than anything. Dude, the explosion on those orbs is slightly too large. Yeah, I wouldn't buy Gris. Like, I wouldn't buy it. It's just not my type of game, really. I did not stream it on release. It was way later. I just know that, like, there's lots of games I've played that I'd say most of the games I've played, actually, at some point during the time I'm streaming them, I have somebody pop in and just tell me that they really like it. And then they won't say anything else, and then they'll leave, typically. That, or they'll try to tell me how to play it. Well, I'm gonna give this like 2 more attempts, and I'm gonna move on to something else, and I'll come back next time. Oh, you want a melee attack? No. Yeah, I think Gris is pretty popular. Well, maybe not popular is maybe not the right word. It's like well known. Like, people know it's a popular artsy game, or a well received artsy game. Like, I can't land fast enough and then get back in the air. Oh, I missed that one. And then the explosion killed me. And if the explosion didn't kill me, its attacks would have killed me. I don't think artsy games usually get poorly received, because if they do, nobody ever hears about them. So there's probably tons of them. You've just never heard of them. Because, like, AAA games and, like, action games and stuff, people will pick up and try because they're into those. But, like, I think the vast majority of people that play, like, artsy games, or the players of these games, are people that hear reviews or see gameplay or whatever and think, oh, that's so beautiful or whatever, I want to try it. But there's probably loads of games that are like that on Steam that just never got any coverage. How dare you attempt to attack this boss? Here's an enormously long animation just to punish you for it. See, this makes me think about one of the, like, I don't like Souls games. I'm just done with Souls games. In most capacity. But this makes me think of Soulsborne boss design, where the vast majority of bosses in Soulsborne games, or in good ones, the bosses don't, like, you can kill them quickly. I screwed that up really badly. Like, you can kill the boss really quickly if you're super aggressive. Or you can kill them very slowly if you're very defensive. And that's something I really like. That there are different playstyles. When this boss, it forces you to be super defensive, and there is no way to just aggro it down. That if you attempt to be aggressive in this boss fight, you just get absolutely punished for it. This boss is designed to be a very long, drawn-out snooze of a fight. And they want you to listen to this track 18 times in a row. And then they want you to hear their music box track 400 times. But only the first 2 minutes of it, because that's when the boss suddenly becomes really strong. Yeah, I sort of thought that was going to hit me. Games that were covered and found unworthy? I can't think of any artsy games. But I think that's part of the genre. Is that there's always somebody who's going to like them. Because once it comes to art, people all of a sudden are willing to accept things that are mediocre. Because, oh, it's art, it means something. Makes me think of the story about the, oh my god. The museum that had, like, an art installation that one of the janitors threw out because they thought it was trash. Just that Souls bosses are well designed and interesting and compelling, and give you multiple ways to beat them. And this boss is a boring snooze fest that punishes you for doing anything other than the boss, what the game creators designed it to be. And I'm dead. Oh, super fun and exciting. It's, by the way, in case you're wondering at all, this game has my attention for 3 more minutes. And then I am done. I wonder if there's just like some strat for fighting this boss where there's like just some spot you can stand and you'll never get hit by anything. Oh, I can't stay in the air long enough, and there's not enough time to land and jump again. Oh, it looks like it gets 1 extra try because I've got 31 seconds left. So, willing to start another attempt. Though I just threw it away. Because I'm just not... I want to be able to attack the boss. The boss is there, I want to fight it. I don't want to hide in a corner and wait for